Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to share some updates of PyConsole Chrome extension. If you haven't heard about PyConsole, it's a browser extension that you can use to run Python entirely in the browser. So we have made some major updates since our last release. So in this video I'm just going to share these updates one by one. So the first one I want to share is a request library. So now you can use requests correctly in PyConsole. Previously there was some issue due to compatibility issue that you cannot use them correctly, but now you can use this just like you normally use in Python. So let's say we get some data from a dummy JSON API, and I'm just going to get the JSON response and print data. So that we basically get the data from the URL without any issues. The second one I want to share is the ability to attach local folders into the file system. So to attach a folder, you just click this folder icon, and you can basically choose a folder of your local file system, and you select it. Once you select, it should be loaded into the file system. To check if it's actually there, you can use the operating system standard library and just list the directory and see what is in the root folder. And so you can see that besides all these built-in folders, we now have an extra data folder. And if you list the data folder, you see the example CSV file that's actually also in the local, in our local file system. To check, we can actually read it. I'm just going to import the pandas as PD, and I'm going to use the read CSV. So I'm just going to data example CSV. And if I print it, it's just a very dummy simple CSV file. And if we can double check what it looks like in our native file, it's exactly what we have here. So that's the second one I want to share. The third one is we have matplotlib. We can now use matplotlib in the PyConsole. So to use matplotlib, you just use the activity command. You activate matplotlib, and then you can use it like normally how you use the library. So let's see, I just import it as PRT. I'm also going to import a numpy to create some dummy data. So for instance, I have x of just some linear space data from 0 to 6. Y, I'm just going to create a sine of x just because it looks kind of better, so that I can do a plot. Just PRT plot x, y, and I can show how it looks like. So we see like a perfect sine curve here that's plotted by matplotlib. So that's a third one. And then a few other things I want to share is that we also added a lot of commands manipulation capabilities. So for instance, I want to merge. Sometimes I maybe want to merge a few commands into one command. To do that, you can just use the merge. So there's a merge icon. So if you can just click merge, and you will see that all these commands are merged into a single command. And there's also a way for you, if you don't need a command anymore, you can do delete the command, and you can run individual command. So let's say if you want to rerun this command, you can just click this rerun. The entire command will be basically rerun. And the final thing I want to share is we have added a lot of keyboard shortcuts. To make it easier for you to type in PyConsole, We also have the basic Vim support. That is actually work in progress. We have so some examples like I now can go to, for instance, the Vim normal mode. In normal mode, we can go just some basic support like moving a word forward, moving a word backward. I can go to the end of line, go to the first of line, 0 and a dollar. I can start a new line by pressing O or Shift O to start a new line at the top. Okay. Yeah. So the Vim support is still very basic, but we have it on a roadmap to make it even better in the future.